Hello, welcome back to another video. It's been 2 years since I made my first start with this chainsaw. June of 2019, I did my first start. I showcased the Craftsman 18-inch. This is the 42cc. This is my brand new chainsaw by Craftsman, the 18-inch 42cc. Just put fresh oil, bar chain. We're doing the first start. This is the Craftsman 18-inch 42cc. I'm gonna show you guys this in action. That's it. We just cleared this trail. Did about what, 10 cuts. This tree is about maybe 6 to 8 inches in diameter. So you guys saw that it didn't struggle at all. You do have to take your time. If you feel like it's struggling, you just take your time cutting it. So it's been almost about 2.5 years, I can say. So this is a 2.5, let's just say this is a 2-year review of the Craftsman 18-inch 42cc. My personal thoughts, and I'm gonna show you guys the condition. So this is the exact same one. This is not a brand new one. This is the same chainsaw. You can see it's been used. Well, I just got done cleaning it because it was super filthy. I never cleaned it for a whole 6 months or so. This is the same chainsaw you guys saw in my first video of 2019 where I show you guys the first start. I use this chainsaw for off-roading and camping. So I use this for cutting wood or clearing the trails and stuff like that. I don't use this like on a farm, and I don't use this on a daily or a weekly basis where I cut wood for my house or home or whatever like that. This is strictly a camping, recreational use. So this is the Craftsman 18-inch. I just got done putting a new chain on here. The new chain runs about $24 from Lowe's. The one that was on it was super old and rusty. Has gas. This is the gas that I use. I usually just get a full gallon of gasoline, and then I mix, I think you mix half of this or something like that. It tells you on the ratio, but this is what I've been using. I mix, it's a 2-stroke mix. And then for the bar chain, I just use simple stuff. I still have the original tool, and I still have the original book where I just keep it in the Ziploc bag here, and I put this into the toolbox, into its case. So what is my thought on this, guys? So when I purchased this back in 2018, I think I paid 170 or 160, something along that price range. I just went on Lowe's website and check what they had it for. I think they had it for 175, but they were completely out of stock. So they do still make this particular model. It has been an amazing chainsaw. It has served its purpose, and it's done so much good. It still runs, it still works fine. The only thing that I've done throughout the whole life of this chainsaw was clean it, fuel it up, and replace the chain itself. I think I've been through about, I want to say, I think I've been through about over 5 or 6 chains through the course of 2 years. Whenever the chain feel like it's getting dull or not sharp anymore, I just toss them away and buy a new one, because a new one's only like $24. You can take the time and resharpen it if you want to spend the time doing it, but for me it's not worth it. I just buy me a new chain. So I've been through about 6 chains, so that's about it. I haven't changed the original spark plug. It still has the original spark plug. The air filter unit, the air filter is more like a it's like a washable screen, and I usually just keep that clean. But other than that, it's been running great. It's just been fine. It's still in good condition. I'll be honest, on our last off-road trip about a month ago, we had to clear some trails, and I turned this on to use it, and it started, but as soon as I gave it gas, it wouldn't spin. The chain wouldn't spin. So that's the reason why the chainsaw is out today. I just got done cleaning the inside of the clutch cover. I put a new chain on it, and I started to back up, and it wouldn't do it. And I did a little quick research. I thought that and they were saying that the clutch might be out. So I ran it without the chain bar and the clutch cover, and the clutch was still engaging. So I looked into the chain bar here, and where the chain bar sits in there, you guys see where it sits in, it was super dirty and rusty in there. So I took my wire brush, my plastic wire brush, and I just like cleaned it like a toothbrush. So I cleaned the whole inside, make sure it was all nice and clean, and then after that I put everything back together, and I started it, and then I held it like this, and it finally started working, and then I released it, and it started working again. Now this is your safety unit. When the chain kicks back, this is where it won't run. So I knew about this for sure. This wasn't my issue in the first place, but all in all, it just needed cleaning, because the guards inside the bar was super dirty and crusty. So I guess the chain wasn't able to spin and lubricate. And then I also found out that I was super low on chain bar oil, so I filled that up too, and then right now it runs fine. So it's been great, guys. 5-star review on this guy. This thing has done everything that I wanted. I have cut wood that's about anywhere from 9 through 10 inches in diameter, and it's been great. It's a great chain. The only issue it had was that one time, but again, that was because it was just super dirty and I didn't clean it. So today, that's why I'm cleaning it. So I want to show you guys this. So this is the chain, and then I want to show you guys the condition of the box. The box just got washed, but it was really dirty. It was dirty and it was oily. So I just got done pressure washing it, but the box is still in good condition. The only crack right here, there's a crack right there, and this is because I threw this into my truck, and then, you know, when we go off-roading, it just wobbles everywhere. So there's been time where this thing just sits in the back of my vehicle and just flops around and just goes over. So that's why it's cracked like that. But if you took better care of it, you shouldn't have that issue. So there's that crack right there, and then there was one more crack. There was one more crack on the outside here. I know it's out here somewhere. Where was it at? So right at this corner, there's another crack right here. But again, this is because when we go off-roading, it just bounces around in my truck, and then I do zip tie it or I do bungee cord it down, but there's time where it just gets bounced around, and that's why it gets dinged up. But if you just keep this at your house or your farm or whatever the case may be, and you don't travel with it, you shouldn't have any issue with the box. So the box holds up fine. This is where I put the manual book, the chain tool adjuster, and this box you can carry. You can fit all this right here. So you can fit the chunk, you can fit the saw, you can fit one of this, and you can fit one bottle of this, 1 quart of that. And then usually the tool, I just put it right here. I put it in between this. And I really don't need a manual book. I don't know why I have it, because I don't ever read it. And troubleshooting, it's pretty easy. Starting, it's pretty easy. If you ever forget how to start it, there's always the instruction right there. So that's how I do it. And then there's also the guard, the plastic guard. I'm letting that dry now, but that one's still in good condition. And then these guys, they sit right here. So I always carry these. I always carry one of these guys, and then I carry my 1 gallon designated fuel tank, or my 1 gallon gas jug that's designated for this. And also, usually at the bottom of this, I always like to put like a piece of cloth or some kind of absorbents, because sometimes oil might leak or stuff like that, and that happened before, or the oil from this cap might leak. So I always have like a shirt or something like that below it, but you can fit all this in here like that, so that's what I recommend. So like I said, it's been a great chainsaw. Highly recommend it. When I was buying it, I was debating between the 16-inch or the 18-inch, and I decided to go with the 18-inch because it was only like a $10 or $15 price difference versus the 16-inch. And I think the 18-inch is perfect if you guys are going to use this for like overlanding, camping, off-roading, or anything along that line. It's a perfect saw, not too small and not too big, because once you go over like 20-inch, then it becomes really hectic when you're packing stuff. So let me go and give you guys a quick start just to show you guys that it still starts. So here we go with another start of this chainsaw 2-year. The first video I made, I was wearing flip-flop, and you guys were giving me stuff about it. So guess what? I'm still wearing flip-flop. So here we go. Prime it a few times. We're not even gonna choke it because it's nice and warm today. Flip the on switch on. And there you have it, 2-year review. No issue with this chainsaw at all. No need to replace the engine, the motor. Didn't even have to change the spark plug. The only thing you have to do is just clean it. A lot of people, they neglect it. They will cut a lot of wood, and then sometimes there's so much wood and dust in here that they don't clean it, which happened to me. I'll be honest, I'm guilty of that. But you just have to clean it, guys. Every one use, or if you use it twice, every 2 uses, take the time. It takes less than 15 minutes. Just clean it off, brush it off, and take care of it. It'll take care of you. And like I said, the only thing that I have spent money on is just replacing these the chain itself. And again, that's normal wear and tear, just like if you had to replace the tire off of your vehicle. So if you don't want to do that, you can sharpen it, but for me, I just get new chain, less than 25 bucks. So this is my 2-year review. I highly recommend it. It's a great saw, great for the price. It has definitely paid itself off. So if you guys are looking for a saw, take a look into the Craftsman 18-inch, 16-inch, same thing, just depends on which one you want. And full disclaimer, I'm not paid by them to do this video. This is my full review and personal review on this chainsaw. Catch you guys next time.